How's it going, everybody? This is Warman here. Just wanted to make a video that I thought would be really interesting for people, and people are not talking a lot about it. I will warn you that there's spoilers ahead. If you have not caught up with the fourth hunt of the quest line in Apex Legends, then there is spoilers ahead. So I don't know if it's spoilers, but I don't want to tease anything or spoil anything that you don't want to hear about. This is just my theory, and I want to throw something out there and get people to start talking about it, get more hype for Apex Legends, and hopefully get hype for Season 6. But I just want to throw this out there and see what people thought about it. So let's get right into it. First of all, we're going to look at the quest page right here. So this is your artifacts up to all the way to 4 of 9 out of the quest line. So you've got your Gemini XG core, the 1 of 2 critical processing units, as it says right over there. And then you've got your occipital hub, which is your connection and coordination center. And then you've got your Gemini CC core, which is your second twin processing unit, right? And then you have your retinal array, okay? So those 4 pieces, if you start thinking about it and what they say in their description, it's basically sounding like a brain. Stick with me here, okay? Now, the cool thing about this is that way before Season 4, there was someone who put out there this theory that Forge was going to be Season 4 operator, and then Revenant was going to be taking his place somehow, and then he would be Season 4 the Legend or Operator, whatever you prefer. And then Rosie was going to be the Operator for Season 5. Well, so far that's true because Forge was going to be Season 4, but then he died because Revenant killed him. And then you had Revenant take his position in Season 4. And then you had Rosie come into Season 5. Now, if none of y'all don't know who Rosie is Loba. Rosie was one of the first ones that was ever data mined from the game as soon as the game came out. A lot of professional data miners dug into it and found it, and that was the first person they found with the abilities and everything attached to the person, and that person turned out to be Loba. They just renamed it so it wouldn't be the same person technically, but it is the same person because it has the same abilities listed when they first data mined it. The cool thing about it is they said that when Forge gets killed and Revenant takes its place, that Rosie was going to come in and work with Hammond Robotics to help bring Forge back somehow. None of us don't really know how Forge died other than seeing the clip and he just got killed somehow by Revenant, but we don't know how he killed him exactly in that video. The cool thing is that if you've been following some of the loading screens and some of the descriptions that they say, and then also reading some of the quest stories and everything when you've been playing the hunts and unlocking those quest line stories and everything, when you pay attention to the pieces and consider it a brain, because both Gemini cores that are in there are basically 2 halves of the brain, and then like your occipital hub is basically your brain stem. So when you keep all that in mind, Loba was trying to find the source code of Revenant. When she finds Revenant's actual brain and the source code, technically, she tries killing it, okay? And then she got caught, obviously, and then got teleported away. You can see this in the Season 5 trailer. Everyone's kind of seen it. The thing about that is that after that incident, and when you get into the quest story and the first bit of the story, it talks about how she got confronted by someone from Hammond Robotics, who also built Revenant, simulacrum that he is, and he found out, she found out that the source code is somewhere else from someone from Hammond Robotics. If you follow the story of the quest line and everything, you understand. So she's trying to find that source code again to help out Hammond Robotics because they made a deal that they would help each other. And when they find that source code, she's going to copy it, and then engineers like Watson and Crypto are going to work together along with the rest of the team to put this stuff together, and therefore they can bring back Forge. So I believe that Forge is going to be our Season 6 Legend that's going to come out, because we're basically making a brain out of robotic parts, and then they need a source code that she's been trying to hunt down so that way they can bring back Forge as a simulacrum, which will be very interesting, and I hope that it happens. This is just a theory. The other thing to kind of back that is kind of unrelated to the story and everything, is that around the time when they came out with season 4, they had on their actual site, they have merch and stuff like that, which you can go and buy. I was just taking a look. It's kind of cool to see some of that stuff. But they had a Revenant shirt, which I bought, and then they also had a shirt that I'm wearing right now, and it's a Forge shirt. It's got the Hyper Fighting Champion medallion that you get. This is after his interview, he died, and you can actually pick up the charm for your guns from his death box in Sorting Factory on World's Edge, and it was this medallion right here, which is the Hyper Fighting Champion medallion. The cool thing about this is that on the back side of this shirt is that there's also a little more artwork. So if you take a look there, I'm going to try and get a good angle. You got Forge. You got Forge that's on the back of his shirt with his medallion on the front. And I thought it was kind of coincidental that they made a shirt about him specifically, and yet he died in their story, and he's not going to be part of the game, you know? So now that we're constructing a brain and we're trying to find the source code to bring him back, I really feel like Forge is going to be the Season 6 legend. I want other people to start talking about this. I don't feel like a lot of people have been talking about it. It's something to get hyped for, something to get ready for, because I think it would be amazing to see him come into play, because no one's been ready for it. And this is their way of bringing in the next legend by doing a story piece on, or a campaign story in the game, and you're basically helping bring in the legend yourself and finding out about it. So get hyped, keep playing Apex, keep doing these hunts. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and especially stuff going forward if they keep doing stuff like this, you know. It'll be really fun to keep watching this develop and everything. But y'all stay safe out there. Y'all love one another, and y'all keep playing Apex, keep playing whatever you want to play. You know, I'm not going to be biased to Apex or anything like that, but y'all have fun, stay safe, like I said, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next video. Have a good one. See ya.